Welcome to the sixth and last day of the Watches and Wonders Late Show 2022. I'm Ariane Alcorta, and today I'm joined by Kevin Germanier. He is a fashion designer known for using colorful, upcycled materials in his designs, which, by the way, have been worn by Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. So I have to say I am extremely impressed, and I am very intrigued by what your thoughts are of this event so far.
Well, thank you so much for having me. So far, I'm having a blast. It's very encouraging for me to see that big brands are taking risks when it comes to sustainability. It's not easy. The biggest misconception is that because it's sustainable, it has to be something made out of organic cotton that says you're a bad person because you're eating meat. But sustainability is not that. You can source gold. I saw just over there, now they are making the bracelet of the watches not out of leather, but they are mimicking the leather with some special fabric and some special fibers. So, we're getting there slowly but surely.
Indeed, you're completely right. Now, before we continue hearing your insights, let's just stop the clock to look at today's biggest highlights.
They came, they watched, and marveled in wonder at the timepieces, bringing together insiders, creatives, fans, and journalists. Watches and Wonders is arguably the sector's biggest networking event.
The types of meetings are so multiple. So even meeting my colleagues again from having just Zoom meetings in the past few years, to meeting the brands again, to also meeting retailers from across the world where they've been able to travel again. This is priceless.
We see all the brands at the same time. We can feed all the market. We can discuss with all the brand, all the retailer. So for us, it's very important to come here every year.
But nowadays, it's the only one.
The Maison are also ticked to be here.
We united with clients, editors, former team members, and everyone from the industry that actually we didn't see so much. That was really a great pleasure, and I think fantastic, perspective for the future.
Meanwhile, the fair provides lots of food for thought for creatives.
I love watches and I love the creation. I'm a watchmaker myself, and I appreciate all these things. And I feel blown away with all the designs and then all the new product and even the old stuff that they're displaying.
There's so much creativity coming from the independent watchmakers. And of course, that attracts a certain kind of publicum as well, because they're coming to get inspired. These are the ideas, these are the designs that we're going to see in mainstream watchmaking in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
After 2 years of Zoom calls, journalists agree that nothing could beat face-to-face encounters.
It's important to be here because the brands are here, our colleagues are here. It's a great networking place to be. It's good to physically see each other again.
I'm not incredibly technical about watches. I'm more of the aesthetics or coverage and pictures and all of that. But it's been really nice and such a learning experience as well.
If the health of the industry offers any pointers, the experiences here should certainly pay off.
The following Swiss luxury brand is known for creating multi-complication wrist watches. We're talking about Angelus, and I see, Kevin, that you are already holding their latest piece. What do you think about it?
Actually, did you know that this brand, they were the first one who launched the first watch with a series of chronograph, including a calendar? How amazing.
It is indeed extremely interesting, and ever since they've preserved their high vintage style in their watchmaking while also incorporating more modern designs. Let's take a look.
Today we are launching the new chronodate with a modern aspect. It's a pointed date caliber chronograph, in-house manufactured. We mixed a new neo-retro style, so keeping the DNA of the dial and coming with a more modern watch case. We wanted also to create a frozen glass effect, so we worked with different materials. The date is a peripheral date, so this is our DNA. It's a jumping date, so every day jump to the next day. It's a different way to see the date.
And I am very proud to present you this year the Night of the Round Table. It is our novelties. But this year it is a very specific one. We put a tourbillon on the center of the watch. And the reason of that, it's because the gravity fight is our quest. On the tourbillon, it's really the beautiful and the most expressive complication to show that. It is the starting point of our creativity for the future. And we will come for the next year with incredible pieces. And I invite you to see these incredible pieces in our booth.
Today we are going to discover the frozen star. It's the combination of a metal, the osmium, and a beautiful movement and case, the Antarcticus. So the osmium is the rarest, densest, most abrasive metal on the world, and it's here in a presentation that is crystallized, that creates a bluish-grayish effect that is fantastic. From far, someone could think it's only diamonds. On the other side, a full dial made of osmium, and this small little Antarcticus. Perfect mariage for a frozen star.
Every timepiece tells a unique story, from the type of materials chosen, to the amount of mechanical pieces, to the design. And I have to say, there's nothing quite like the collection we're about to present. It's definitely targeting car lovers seeking to make a bold statement.
Welcome to Rebellion Timepieces. I'm very proud to show you these masterpieces. One of our best creations is the novelties. This is 500 power reserve. So how we can make 500 power reserve in watches like that with this T500 is 6 barrel that you have here just in the side, and in this barrel you can winding the watches and having every 2 times 1 day power reserve, so approximately 14-day power reserve. For us, endurance is important, so having a watch with endurance is also super cool. It's possible to customize the movement with this color of aluminum.
We wanted to introduce you today our new Riviera Coastline edition. This exclusive timepiece takes inspiration from the carefree spirit from the 70s. So we use a combination of 96 diamonds of 7 different sizes that come across the dial, the bezel and the case. Then you can deep dive into the incredible graduated midnight blue lacquer dial that we call the Mediterranean Sea. You can see the skeleton hands, the light blue decal and the filogo in applique at 12 o'clock, as well as an integrated and interchangeable 3-row metal bracelet. So with this exclusive timepiece, we wanted to push back the line of the design that have made Riviera so famous.
This year's giant watch, the Odysseus in titanium, is 55 times the size of the normal watch. So it means 5 meters high and 2.2 meters wide. And it is even equipped with a movement. If you take a look on the back, the big difference is the giant watch is not made out of titanium. Of course, that would be impossible. But the real watch is the first case for Lang & Söhne in titanium.
We're back inside the lab. Previously, we had seen sustainability, and now we are looking at how the brands are innovating in their style and operation. We are seeing how some of these watches only need a mere set of artificial light to be able to operate, and some brands are even taking the smartwatch approach, that it's basically digital while maintaining their traditional design.
Yeah, from far away, I really thought it was a real one. Like, I love this tradition mixing with technology. And also, you know, the world of l'horlogerie is all about preserving the tradition.
Exactly. So let's hear more about it.
We want to show that we can mix new technologies as a robot, this kind of robot, with handmade manufacture, and how we can mix the two worlds and take the plus of new technologies with the handmade watches.
The innovation here is a solar-powered watch that has both mechanical features and electronic features. That's the Type 2 from Resonance that is powered by electricity solar cell, which is the most efficient solar cell in the world, and also can be miniaturized to fit within the watches.
So we're showing today the Summit smartwatch, where we combine the latest in technology with a smart movement, with the heritage that we have as Montblanc as a brand, with fine Swiss watchmaking. And we basically bring this new innovation with the smart movement to the market.
Kevin, so what's the verdict? What do you think about this event, and where do you see the future is heading into?
Well, I have to say it's such a celebration of the past mixed with the technology, and I really appreciate like those two opposites working together. I'm also loving the emphasis on sustainability, and I cannot wait for what's to come.
Well, thank you so much for coming and being with us today. Next time, we'll see each other in Paris. This has been our last episode of this year's Late Show. To watch the rest of our content, head to the Watches and Wonders website, as well as to all of our social media platforms. It has been a true pleasure bringing you the best of the 2022 edition of the Watches and Wonders Geneva. Until next time.